Ah, sí.
Estoy en directo. Ya vuelvo.
Vou para la calle. Bueno, sí, la reunión, que le mando un beso gigante en Instagram. Comenta de
Ni un mensaje me mandan a mí de la Coca-Cola de nadie que me entienda. Yo no lo Igual, mira, hay una televidente que banca a Mario Pergolini y me dice, volví a ver tele por Mario, me encanta el programa. ¿Te das cuenta?
muy bien, nada. Hay un doble mensaje, no te hago. Bueno, pues vamos, bien, vamos, De debatir, de jugarse nada, un lugar para los que odia la lectura, por sexto la realidad. Señores, muchísimas gracias por seguir aquí. Estamos hasta la hora de la tarde. Fede, vos, Fede, querido, ¿cómo va? Bueno, vamos a ver unos lindos autos. Lindos autos, tengo lindas novedades. Realmente yo conocieron los patentamientos de nada escasa 62.000 vehículos se vendieron, lo cual está bueno. Y uno de los protagonistas es la Ford Ranger. Y además, los 30 años, esta semana, la Argentina, la presencia en Argentina, y con el aniversario un regalito a un anuncio de inversión importante en la planta, una planta General Pacheco, bueno, cuenta ahí pujante, que está fabricando este producto de primera calidad, hago un hincapié en esto porque la verdad que es un buen producto que se renovó, pero venito, y bueno, así que se refiere a la planta de Pacheco, que visitar un poquito de qué se trata todo esto, y la noticia es muy importante en una semana donde se conocieron también fuertes aumentos.
No, pero yo quiero escuchar. Y a mí me meto en el puto copio. ¿Qué copyright? Está hablando la gente.
Hay buena financiación.
Hola chavales. Hoy es... No sé si saben que hoy es el torneo, ¿no? Del Fortnite, ¿no? De las defensivas. Y todavía no se conectan, ¿o qué? Pimba. Está. Vale. Recién empieza. Yo bajo el volumen por si acaso. Mi gente. Lo que está haciendo Mr. Dutch. Seguro está desclasificado. Ah, coño, que hoy ganó el este, ¿no? Tío, ¿por qué hace Peterborough?
Por supuesto, la novedad está acá atrás, esto implica una inversión de 40 millones de dólares adicionales, totalizando 700 millones de dólares en total para esta última generación de Ranger. Esta inversión tiene que ver con la red de cabina simple que se va a producir en el primer semestre del Chile. Y para obviamente todas las ecuaciones de la planta que hay que hacer. También subimos.
No, tío, tú.
Mucha aceptación. Hoy la red no solo en Argentina, sino en otros mercados donde se importa. Y eso es lo que genera esta necesidad de aumentar la producción a 80.000 unidades anuales, que es un récord histórico también para nuestra planta. Bueno, muy bien.
Solo,
No voy a tener más. Porque la industria automovilística bastante nacional. Gracias, Federico. Muy amable. Bueno, muy bien.
no, me parece que no está en directo, me parece la última vez. Pero Rezon sí está en directo. Tipo, vamos a Rezon. Por antes de nada, chavales, no sé si se acordaban. A ver, no sé si se acuerdan ya.
I like the confidence.
Un momento. Bajo el volumen. No sé si se acuerdan que en el Fortnite, o sea, el que sabes, bueno, sabes casi gana Savage, ¿no? Bueno, Kami, o no sé qué sé yo. A ver, chavales, son 6 partidas, ¿no? Dime vosotros si se habéis notado, porque yo ahora mismo voy a buscar algo por internet, el Final Attacker. Voy a ver algo aquí. Te voy a poner el cargador del iPhone. Quedando ya nada de batería del móvil. Listo.
La bomba sexual, ¿no?
Sí, chavales, que es una mierda esto. Impecable, tío. Tú, chavales, os digo una cosa. Os digo una cosa. Si yo tuviera mi propio código de creador en el Fortnite, yo me compro unos otros 50. Y un pesadero más encima. O sea, una fucking PC de la puta NASA. ¿Qué? ¿Que estoy jugando el OG ya? ¿No es un torneo de OG? Oye, ¿esto de qué es? No sé, en 8 minutos empieza, tío. A ver si desde aquí se puede ver los puestos. Estoy seguro que van a ganar. Estoy seguro. Pero Savage está aquí. Y tiene que subir un montón de puntos para llegar casi arriba del todo. O sea, más o menos el top 4 o el top 3 más o menos. Porque de ahí ya se clasifican para final. O sea, en Francia. Eso es lo que yo creo. Pero me pasó hasta el top 10, me dice en internet. Solo que es... Eso es lo que hemos visto ayer en el... Aquí en el... Aquí en el tracker, ¿no? Sí. Voy a ver la página oficial del Fortnite. De que no sé si va a haber el Drops hoy. Me parece que sí. Yo creo. Hostia, este no lo tengo, tío. Voy a bajar más el volumen porque me mete el puto copy de los cojones. Cuando que será partida, de momento. En 3 minutos. Yo pues que sí. Pero en 3 minutos empieza. Pero los drops no dicen nada, ¿no? O sea, pero los drops no dicen nada de los drops, o sea... No sé vosotros lo que me dicen en el chat, o sea... Pero los putos de los drops del Fortnite. No, no es nada. Compartirlo por persona, ¿verdad? Las sencillas. Va. Si me acabo de perder. Aquí hay más de los marcadores. Tía puta.
Habilidad, ¿no? Si Rayo se suma arriba del escenario, le pasa algo arriba del escenario, sería... No,
Mierda.
podríamos decir, ¿no? Para la banda, porque estarían casi haciendo abuso de una persona y de una personalidad claramente la fuerza de la banda, tanto es de manera.
Pero bueno, ¿qué dice por acá? Conmigo estoy actuando, no convertido. Bueno,
Sí, se va.
This is the FNCS Euro. more teams to the Global Championships in Lyon. I'm Frankie Ward, I'm joined by 11-2K and Mini Miner. And Mini Miner, my friends, is now 25. He is a birthday man. Let's celebrate. 11, have you got any words of wisdom for this young guy?
Si me sabes bastante ningún tío, pero estoy seguro.
Enjoy your time in Fortnite while it lasts, buddy.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see some W's in chat, some M's in chats for Mini. Mini, how's the birthday so far?
Yeah, it's been good, thank you. I'm officially a boomer now, apparently.
Pero ¿por qué te digo? ¿Cómo va la cosa?
I think this is it now for my Fortnite Pro career hopes. I think now this is the final nail in the coffin, but we'll see. We'll see.
¿Qué dice? Y no va a acabar.
Bet 1 Bodyguard.
Wie oft verkauft?
Millionen haben die davon verkauft. Millionen.
Tú te vayas. Dame dinerete, así me. Ya sabéis. ¿El qué? Así me compro el premium. Tú. Por ahí más. Por ahí drops, ¿no?
Warte kurz, ich muss kurz was lesen. Wieder reingefilmt.
Sí, quizás había como una jugada.
Ja, ich lese kurz was durch.
Se está grabando, se esperaba, tío.
Bien, pero volver a jugar.
Joder, puto.
Die Luft ist so schwül. Today's the day, Globals, brother. Bro, facts, let's wrap it up. I'll try my best, facts, for the 10k Baccarat.
Feier ich. Ablehnen? Ja, das feier ich. Aber das schnell, bevor ich mein das.
Hostia.
99.
Está jugando ahí. Ya me he dado cuenta de ti.
Wer tradet über die Distance, Digga? Oder mache ich irgendwas falsch mit meinen Leuten, die ich trade, Digga?
Wir machen immer so 250 Meter.
Ja.
Voy a ver aquí está guacho.
Typical expectation is they will revert back to type the next.
Vale, nada. No sé nada. Vamos a ver este programa. Con internet de mierda.
Performing at the highest level, all of them feeling it, you know. It's so fun to watch right now, Mini.
Yeah, it's great to see. I mean, each of them have had their glimpses.
No sé si me acuerdo del pedazo de escopetazo que metí.
Chapter 4, I believe it was, when Pablo was sort of one of the favorites to win an FNCS.
O sea, bro, ¿qué fue eso, tío? O sea, no sé si se acuerdan de que hizo Mr. Savage, que casi gana, o sea, que quedó top 2. Top 2. Sí. Se gana, o sea, bro, qué cojones. Yo aquí me lo tengo, pero me puede pasar si queréis.
Let me tell you something right now. In the top 10, there is not a single team anywhere near 21%. The best you'll get is like CZB and Axe Force's trio, who I think do 13% of their damages with shotguns, right? Every other team in the top 10 is literally doing like very minimal. I say very minimal, Mini. Literally like 5 of teams have done 0% of their damage with shotguns in mid-game. So it shows you these guys are aggressive. They take fights. They have the most limbs in the lobby, the second most damage. They are ready to get in your face with their shotguns and put you to work.
Yeah, and it reminds me of the play-ins when all 3 of them led the damage stats for that entire play-ins, and that's so rare to see. Every single member of a trio.
10 minutos, tío.
Stats right there. They're so aggressive, they're so dominant in those fights, and I think in this sort of meta where teams are sort of basing up
preguntando cuántas partidas son, que son 12. Que son 6. Okay, okay, me dices en el chat.
That it's a short walk from Supernova Academy to Low Hall Flare, but it also seems like Fredox and Co keep their eye on the leaderboard because they were in.
Pues cuando empiece la partida ya sube el volumen. En ambos.
Yeah, this was a really nice play, and this is exactly what I was just talking about. They have this in their locker, their ability to sneak up on teams, and of course this was onto their main rival yesterday in game number 6 in Seti's team, who got snuck up on by Fredoxy and taken out, which allowed Fredoxy's team to actually go ahead and take first place. After a really solid performance from Seti all day, Levin, it was not a bad performance from them at all. I think an overachieving performance from what a lot of people expected.
I'd agree. I'd have to agree. I think the key thing is, again, Fredoxy's trio optimizing
Ping.
to their strengths. I'm always
¿Quién coño pone el nombre en el phone al Pink? ¿Qué? ¿Le dio un puto lag o qué? Ah, el Focus. Focus, sí, me acuerdo.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you look at how these guys are playing, like Mini said, I think it was
Los Savage Bros están en el top 17, están bajísimos, chaval. Porque si no van a decir estos tres. O sea, estos. O sea, de partir de aquí para arriba. Sí, gente, sí.
Yeah, we did. They came out swinging. They played really, really well in those sort of end games as well, being able to turn games on their head when they did get into a spot of bother. And I think what was really impressive about the way that they played was that no matter what position they found themselves in, although they did get a little bit fortunate with some zones, they were able just to get themselves out of there, which is absolutely great from these guys. I think also something that I'm a little bit sort of concerned about, I guess, or looking at today is that Game 6. We just saw it. We saw what happened with Fredoxy. We've sort of seen their weakness now. We didn't see it throughout the entire day. 5 games of pretty much perfect Fortnite got them into first place. Now we've seen where there could be some gaps in their strategy, so maybe some other teams might be looking to exploit that. Hopefully they've got plans to stop it.
Oh, I'm wondering now, are we going to see another Vino does Teeny on Lone Wolf Flare? We'll have to wait till Game 7 to see. Let's head over to our casters though, Taco and Takata, to catch up with their thoughts.
Frank, erklärt von Delfin. Delfin ist unzufrieden mit Handyvertrag. Andere Delfine sagen, bei Frank gibt es bestes Netz. Einfach und flexibel. Delfin ist schlau und wechselt zu Frank. Delfin ist noch schlauer und nutzt bei der Anmeldung einen Frank for Friends Code für 5 GB mehr. Delfin ist jetzt happy mit Handyvertrag. Frank, die Mobilfunk-App.
Man, I don't want to have the bug.
I'm confused. Why are we sad, bro? That's behind.
Como todos. 7.000 espectadores, tío. Y fue un...
I sent them to their deaths.
¿Un nuevo juego?
Nell, it wasn't your fault.
Clip off and vengeance. I refuse to give up on our
Mierda, esa mierda.
Now do you understand how humanity has managed to survive all this time? Then this war needs to end.
Vale, que termine la puta publicidad, tío. ¿Qué es este juego, tío?
Picks Darm and Demas, so hopefully they can get a strong comeback today, Taco.
Yeah, we could look at a runaway narrative, or we could possibly see some real comeback opportunities, but at least we've got Frankie, Minnie, and Levin to let us know more.
Thank you so much. And speaking of comeback, why don't we take a look at the leaderboard again, but skip on to page 2, because there are some trios that have not booked their spot in Leon yet who really do need a comeback. If we talk about Cammy, Chari, and iDrop, they're currently in 12th, which is surprising, Levin, when you consider they got the first victory royale of day 1.
Hostia, sí, la de Cammy. La de Cammy, no sé si le veo que alguna de no te acuerdo de meter un escopetazo en toda la cabeza. Vale. A mí se estaba, seguro.
But ultimately, they started really well, and I think what's clear to me is that these guys understand how to play this season. They understand the meta. You see them here on your screens playing in the storm is something that we associate with Cammy now over the years, something we know he's very comfortable doing. We saw them with some really nice ideas in terms of camping and catching people out who were surge based.
Again,
it feels like they have a good pulse on the meta and how they need to play. It just comes down to the execution, Minnie.
Yeah, they had an explosive start, didn't they, with that first game win. Massive 13 eliminations in that as well. And I think, yeah, you're right. They have got a really good read on the meta. My main question for this team going into the weekend was, how are they going to survive off spawn? What's going to happen there? As you mentioned, Cammy hasn't had the best time. They've been really, really solid there. They haven't had any trouble off spawn. They've actually been making it to these end games really consistently. It is just those final couple of a few eliminations, finding that little bit of a refresh, those later games surge damage as well for this trio, which is important. So I think that's where they're struggling right now, where they didn't have that problem in game number 1. So expecting big things from these guys. We've seen it already. Can they do it again?
I have to say that last weekend, watching a Kira, Kurama and Warwick. We'll see them on the leaderboard in a moment. They're in 14th position at the moment. Watching them last weekend, I was so surprised and pleased by how well they played. And so, Minimine, I'm confused as to why they're not able to bring this to this lobby. Is it just such a strong lobby they can't compete?
I mean, it's tough for them, right? I mean, we've had a lot of southwest zones, and I think that's ultimately going to be the reason that they're going to give as to why they didn't have a great day one here. Of course, they're landing towards that northeast side of the map, and they have had some glimpses of shining Levin. They had a nice little third place yesterday. Then they couldn't actually get into the single-digit placements after that. So it just seems to be consistently getting to those end games and finding that pop-off moment that we associate with this trio. That's the main problem for them right now.
Yeah, look, this is going to be the theme for a lot of these teams we talk about on this side of the leaderboard now. So let's look at the zones, right? Let's take a look at the zones, because I think there is something there. We see players blame zones all the time, right? But I think there is something we need to highlight in that, look, we have all these zones pulling towards the sort of southwest, like you mentioned.
Lo seguro es lo que van a hacer hoy en las tormentas.
Top 10, there's about 4 teams who literally did 0% of their damage with shotguns in the mid game, right? Teams are in bases, they are looking for these long distance tags. If you are a team who is nowhere near where the zone is pulling towards, you have less time to sit up in a base and get tags. Maybe you do have the time to get up in a base and have tags, but some of the other teams around you don't quite have the loot, don't feel confident, so they're not even thinking about that. They're trying to run to zone. It makes your game a lot more difficult, and I think we're seeing that problem for Akira's trio. Obviously, they're landing way up there in the northwest. I think it's the same for a team nearby them in Pink's trio, right? We obviously, had big hopes for Pink's trio today. We thought that they could be a team that calls for globals, and I still think they can be, but they were a team, I think, especially who struggled with zones today, being the team that lands the furthest northwest on the map. And so again, they were able to make it to a fair amount of end games, right? You're seeing them having to fight here in the storm because, again, they can't play how they want. The zone is going so far. They need to get the damage here and now. But Miniminer, the key thing is, they can play well enough to get to end games, but if you've just played the whole game playing on your back foot stretched, you're going to get to these end games and it just becomes so difficult to actually make plays to keep you pushing in it.
Yeah, you're just late at the end of the day, right? Everyone else is rotated in, they're all set up, they're all got good loot, and then teams like Pink, Nebs and Kiro, they've been fighting in the storm, they haven't been able to find that success, and I think that was a key reason why I think their best placement yesterday was 10th in one of the games, so definitely not something that we'd associate with the level of this trio. I think for them, if they can get a few more of these zones now today, that'll be really good for them, but it's all about how they can manage those longer pulls now. Hopefully they've learned some strats.
So we talked about zones, but is that something that's impacting Savage's trio? Because we started to see them have a resurgence towards the end of the day yesterday, Miniminer, but they don't have a time for a slow start today.
Yeah, again, it's one of those teams that have shown glimpses. They had a nice second place. We saw some clutches from Mr. Savage. We saw some moments where they have shined in endgame, but very similar to the previous 2 trios. The zones haven't been in their favor. I saw Reason posting on socials that I think this is 2 seasons in a row now where they land on one side of the map and the zones are on the complete other side on day one. So they have been unfortunate in that regard. But when it comes to the way that these guys play, I think they can qualify for globals still, Levin. And I don't think it's all about zones for them. I think they can avoid some of the problems that they had yesterday, but of course the zones aren't going to help.
Yeah, it's not, right? When you look at the percentage numbers I was talking about in terms of percentage of damage done with shotguns in mid-game, these guys were actually on the higher end of the top half of the leaderboard. I think about 14% of their mid-game damage was done with shotguns, and I felt like that was out of necessity for them. It's because, they didn't have teams to take long-distance tags out. They had to get in people's faces and fight, and I think we'll probably see a bit more of that today. Hopefully they can get some favorable zones. It's always funny with Savage because obviously the pressure of the communities are there. I'm sure he had thousands of people turning into Coach Raz and Coach Blood, trying to give advice on how they should do things, what they should do. I think these guys understand what they need to do. They just need a bit more luck on their side, I reckon, today.
So of the trios we've discussed then, who has the best chance of making it within those qualification spots for Leon Levin?
Ooh. I think let's assume we're getting some more North zones today. I feel really good about Pink's trio. I think even with how difficult the games were yesterday, they still are making it to end games and getting in decent enough positions that I think they can work with it.
Minnie?
For me, it's Cammy. I think they've been playing really well getting to endgame, even though the zones haven't necessarily been in their favor either. They just need to make the most of those endgames.
Well, there's no day 2 multiplier here, and there's no second chances. There's just 6 games between these trios and their dream spot in Leon. Let's kick off with Game 7.
Thank you, Frankie. Look, what's interesting is there are 4 trios that will qualify to the Global Championship, but that is currently 9th place on the leaderboard, Taco. So although only 4 qualify, right now it's pretty far down because there is a lot of trios that are already qualified to the Global Championship in that top end of the leaderboard. I believe the cutoff is 229 points. We got 6 more matches to be played out today. And let's get right into game number 7.
Okay.
Given yesterday's results, it really wouldn't surprise me for the expectations to kind of be set right now, Takata, that there will be some roll down positions for those 4 trios that are looking to lock in their battle bus seats for the Global Championship. But teams have had every opportunity to do all of their revisions last night. And now we get a chance to see whether or not some of those adaptations are going to play into whatever the outcome is on today's matches.
Who did their homework?
Un convoy de submarinos saliera desde Europa hacia el final de la guerra, cruzar el Atlántico, se embarcara sin problemas.
Thank you for saving my life, sir. I hate you!
Time out your favorite mod.
Oh my god. We need to play for Ireland. We need to play for Ireland.
Yeah, we need to.
Let's get Spire and then...
I think they're not even training. Like, remember last game, like yesterday? They were Insta going up.
Yeah, because they were calmed down. They had to go for it.
Ich war in den Mediziner gegangen, aber es ist heilig.
I need to have a pump and stuff. I have great outlook, great Spire. Medkits. Okay, I got a great pump.
Careful, they're gonna look for us on houses reason.
Tú chavales, no entiendes esta tú chavales, o sea... ¿Quién es el gilipollas que ha metido los putos bots, tío? O sea... ¿Qué cojones, tío?
Yeah, he's going up.
Nice, bro, I got everything, holy shit.
Nice.
Need a bag?
I have 6 minutes.
Do I take the cape with me?
30, he's building up.
Pedazo de tiro, tío, de tinta ahí,
bring
de...
a cape, reason. I dropped the blue Spire, chap.
Te voy a sacar este directo y... Me compro esas skins al menos.
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting
need
shot
to
at by
bring him
full
if
right, I'm getting shot at by full right, sure. We can trade him. $83, think.
Good shit!
Good shit, good shit, good shit. We need to start like looting up and getting ready for going on out there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looted already, like half everything.
Okay. Should farm mats and then come to me, chap.
Yeah,
Birdie. I don't see skin. Julie spray my stairs.
Yeah, fuck them. 2 minutes in Thailand.
50 crack.
6 minutes spare for you, chap. All 3 bags.
Well, I'm getting sprayed the whole time.
Yeah, don't trade Triller.
Yeah, I know, but he's spraying my
Just go and farm mats and we go on it.
Should I go down? I have 200 mats. I got like 150
Te aseguro que...
1 minute 20 seconds, you need to farm a bit.
Si... Savage...
I have 3 medkits, 6 minutes.
Llega al mínimo top 9, top 8 y está en la final.
Oh, Joel is mother is looking.
Pues yo creo que... Yo estoy seguro que va a llegar.
I took it. I dropped some like 3 minis or something. I'm starting to go now.
Yeah.
I have only 300 mats, by the way.
Yeah.
I need to pop subtract. I have only 250 mats.
Take this then, take this.
Gas is gonna look at us. I'm just building. They're gonna keep timing.
Can pop.
Purple DMR here and minis.
Oh god.
We all have cave?
Oh, hold on. I didn't bring the surf cube.
Cape once.
I'm caping once as well.
The rift is gonna spawn close to me.
Okay, let me do my
Three
headshot.
barrets.
I'm 1, 2, 4.
I need a big.
I don't have. There's 3 barrets here. 3 barrets. Pop them
We're gonna
together.
get another rank up on the
reading.
thing anyways.
Pop them.
You can pump, Finite.
Yeah, I have 300 mats. Rift is gonna spawn in the bush next.
I'm
to us.
132. 132. 132.
0, 2, 4.
Like dead skin.
Rift is gonna spawn next to us.
Yeah.
I think you guys run to the rift and I take them in the head. What do you mark? Maybe I can kill one actually, bro.
Guardare come cojones si restano arriva, yeah.
Yeah. Be careful you don't get jumped on or like anything.
Yeah, I have a cape,
No, quello che ho di dire.
I have 150 damage.
Si le date un papà. Maria.
86.
He tagged my
51,
80.
51.
Still on top.
Can't see them anymore.
I'm killing the bot. Careful,
Look at me. Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I got it, but so that.
Careful, south there, you don't get tagged, they're gonna look at us as well.
Push, do, che sei sto dio.
You can just look for damage. I'm gonna kill the bot.
Che sei il boss?
The bot. I think they don't even want to trade us. Wait, he wants to trade. I don't know if he has a DMR.
South is gonna trade us anyways.
50.
I need to pop 2 of the barrels. Oh, I popped.
50.
I'm looking at him.
Wait, I think he has a DMR.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. Sure.
Birdie, 60 crack.
You kill the bot, come get DMR.
I can kill him maybe and cape on him. I'm not even sure.
You take DMR, I'm not taking.
Yeah, you can take it. I'll pop it.
I'm gonna farm, take.
Okay, drop.
Drop today.
Grab one.
50 crack.
Nice.
Where's he trading from right now?
I have 2 chargers, but
One here and one is going down in the gas.
I'm 250, 164.
I'm 0, 1, 2.5. They're running towards resistance.
Yeah, I know.
They're full running, I can't tag him.
Yeah, you need to look at that. I'm looking for something else.
if you find any spare heals, by the way, just throw it into the middle.
Yeah, I did.
I need spam mats.
Yeah, just look for damage while you're farming around.
Yeah, I
there.
mean, I don't know where they are.
I think kids are fighting on Lone Wolf.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah,
there right now.
they are. You can look at this with me. 50.
Seti died.
55?
Oh,
50? They're all... He's throwing medkits.
He's invisible for me.
He wants to, one of them wants to go at...
They're full fighting there. Look, they're full
Yeah, I'm
fighting
looking,
there.
I'm
Can we
looking.
chop them? They got chopped.
Good jobs. 50.
non come tirano.
One died just...
Le devo para abajo.
They're using zipline?
¿Se imagina si le hacen para abajo de uno? Nada.
They're going on a search base.
I'm farming. Piper and Julie wants to trade, by the way. But you can go, if you want, you can go and look at them, but
So it's...
I need to farm.
And if you have a lot of spare heals, I could do it, but...
I know what
I have
Wood is
400
doing.
charge, by the way.
Depende que lo tenga para abajo.
Dropping 6 minis.
I'll just drop the...
I'm dropping you 3 bags, I dropped you 3 bags.
Those kids ramping up here, look. Double straight, maybe?
Yeah.
He's looking at you, he's looking at you.
Hyper driller?
No, like
No,
the,
we're buffing
this
now.
is on our base, on
How
our
much damage
base.
you guys have? I'm like 300.
100.
250?
Okay.
They're not even peeking me, they're only peeking you.
There's team on our base, by the way, on resistance, if you didn't know.
I know, I said it. They're only looking you.
Chavales,
They're not really looking at us either.
I'm flying close to the
Like they're
bottom.
placing cones about.